America needs a tidal wave of the old-time religion.
I have sinned against you.
How dare you!
We have no need to doubt God.
The harlot Babylon is preparing the nations to receive the Antichrist.
I didn't even build that house with money from the church. I built it with money from my book.
I don't make this stuff up.
Repenting of your sin.
It is a moral issue.
They got together and swore a pact to the devil.
I just enjoy seeing people worship, praising God.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to
Believe It
or Not,
the show where we believe it.
Or do we?
No. I was just saying all the vowels there.
That's true.
Yeah.
And sometimes, why?
Why? We should say believe it or not. Why?
Why? That's one of the things that annoys me when I have to watch all the sermons is how often they'll like ask a question and then immediately say why, or they'll say a statement and then immediately say why, and then they're going, yeah. But so I'm Trevor Poelman.
And I'm Damien Doepping.
And you know what? This one we might be able to get behind.
What?
Yeah, this is
get the frick out of town right now.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, I'll get your opinion at the end, but I think you might be able to get behind some of this.
You know what? I'm skeptical, but I'm also excited. I'm ready. I'm ready to have my mind blown.
Mm-hmm. Your mind blown, and you're that's end of that.
Yep.
Thought.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm ready to have blown right now.
Yep. What do you know about parodies?
I know enough about parodies, I think, like anything specific, like parody songs, parody films, like parody.
Yeah, I mean, well, you and I saw Weird Al a couple years ago.
Yeah,
on my birthday.
He does parody.
He does parodies. And then there's parody movies. Like I enjoy that Airplane film. I don't know if you've seen that
movie.
film. Yeah,
it's a great movie.
This, however,
the Naked Gun films.
Oh, those are good. There's also parody religions. So,
I feel I might know a few of these.
Yeah, what would be your guesses as what a couple of them are?
Would you consider Flying Spaghetti Monsterism one?
Pastafarian. Yep,
yeah.
Exactly. That's one. We'll talk about that one for sure.
I mean, in a way, isn't the Church of Satan kind of a parody?
The Satanic Temple. Yeah, I put
Satanic Temple, rather.
Yeah.
Right.
I put that as the kind of category at the end. Yeah, so we'll talk about them a bit too.
I guess Scientology.
Yeah. So sometimes I go to Rational Wiki, which is like wiki for skeptics, and they were listing some parody religions, and they listed Scientology, and they said whether or not the people in it believe it or not, it's a parody religion.
So I nailed it then. That's all I'm gonna say. What else do we have? I don't know if I can't remember any right now.
Yeah,
to be honest.
So we'll start with this one. It's the invisible pink unicorn.
Okay.
So this is kind of a parody religion where they worship the goddess who is the invisible pink unicorn. It's supernatural because not only is it invisible, but it is also pink.
And a unicorn.
So you'd think you can't be pink and invisible, but
yeah, that's true.
But because it's all powerful, it's able to do both.
Well, is it invisible to everybody or just, you know what I mean? Like, because you can be something that is invisible to one person, but might be visible to someone else,
So
depending.
They sometimes hold mock theological debates, and that's one of the things. Is it invisible to everybody, or is it invisible to...
I mean, I guess I've been practicing this religion all my life, and I just never knew it.
Yeah. So this is kind of a response to Bertrand Russell's teapot.
Yeah.
So the basic claim is like, if I tell you that there's a teapot orbiting the sun somewhere between Earth and Mars, it's really up to me to prove that there's a teapot somewhere between Earth and Mars. It's not up to you to disprove it. So this is kind of the invisible pink unicorn is kind of a counter argument to, well, you can't disprove God. And it's like, well, yeah, you also can't disprove the invisible pink unicorn. So it's that's what their main kind of focus with this one.
Wait, so are they trying to say that you can't disprove God, or are they saying that it doesn't, like, I don't know what side these guys are on now.
It's the burden of proof thing. So it's like,
okay,
when people say, "Oh yeah, well you can't disprove God."
no, it was just the way you were explaining it. It made it seem like, oh, okay, well they're saying like, well, you can't explain this, therefore this, and I was just like, wait, what side are they on? Are they saying that you can't disprove God, or something? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's about the burden of proof. It's like
Right.
it's their response to when
I got it. I got it. That's what I thought it was. That's what I was like under the impression. But then you kind of, when you were doing the bigger explanation, I'm like, wait a minute. Whose side are these guys on? I got it now. Okay, thank you for the clarification. I'm a little bit dumb today.
No problem. Yeah, so it looks like it started in the early 90s in like debate forums and stuff like that, kind of a way to express just a response to that, and then it's been used as examples many times in debates or things like when they're trying to push religion in a school or whatever, they'll be like, okay, well, you also have to acknowledge my invisible pink unicorn.
I feel like a lot of these parody religions are kind of pushing against that kind of thing.
Yeah,
or like you gotta talk about all of it, and like, all right, well, talk about this too, jackass.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of them were like, it's very similar to the teapot thing, and so they'll bring that up in discussions and interviews a lot too. So,
are they still prevalent? Or is there like is this something that's still kind of like widely used? Because I might have heard about it back in the day, but I can't say I'm familiar with it at the moment.
Yeah, I would say it's still out there and it's still used as an example. It's probably been overshadowed a little bit by the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Right.
And yeah. But yeah, it's still around there. It's still using arguments and stuff like that. And like the theological debate stuff is what I find the funniest. But because it's true, like that's what, when you have two people debating theology, that's what you're doing. It's two people debating pretenses. So
yeah, it's like who would win in a fight, Superman or Batman with a bunch of kryptonite?
Exactly.
It's like, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's not real.
A grilled cheese sandwich or a taco.
That's right. Well, you know what? I guess a quesadilla is just like a taco grilled cheese.
That's true. That's true. Another one is called Last Thursdayism.
Okay.
So Last Thursdayism is a response to creationism, and especially young Earth creationism, where they have, in young Earth creationism, they have I'm probably going to really butcher this, the omphalos hypothesis, which is like the reason there's mountains and canyons and all that stuff, and the reason it looks like, light was taking forever, like longer than the Earth's been around to get here kind of thing, is because God created it that way. So God created it in a way that, all these things are already, he created them to look old, basically, is the argument with some young Earth creationism. So with Last Thursdayism, they say, well, the universe was created last Thursday and all our memories and everything like that were just created last Thursday. It's like, this has been a debate that's been running ever since the world was created last Thursday.
That's pretty good. I actually really like that. I mean, it's one of those things like, well, why would he create everything to look really old? That doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand why he would do that. I guess it would be really strange if it was just like a big smooth sphere.
Yeah, that's true.
All new, like still in the package, and you have to like peel that plastic off.
You got that new product smell, like when you open up a new video game.
Yeah, it's still shiny. It hasn't been worn down and broken up. That'd be pretty nice, actually. You know what? We should switch to Last Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like just when we get a new planet, when we destroy this one, if we could be the first people on it with that new planet smell.
Fresh off the lot.
Another one is called the First Church of the Last Laugh.
Okay.
And this was found in the 1970s, and it has the main thing is that they say they're the oldest religion and the world's largest church, with 150% less dogma and only one high holy day, which is April 1st. And the whole idea is that the one thing that unites all of humanity is how stupid we are. So April 1st is where they do the Saint Stupid Parade. And
what's this one called
the
again?
First Church of the Last Laugh.
First Church of the Last Laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I mean, I like the tenets of that we're all connected because we're all stupid. I can get behind that.
I can get it. Yeah, I can get behind that. Yeah, they do a parade in San Francisco. I think it's still going. I don't know if it is to this day or not, but I'm sure it is. And it's a celebration of Saint Stupid, the saint of civilization, and parking meters.
And parking meters.
Yeah. And then another one is the Church of the SubGenius.
I've heard of this one. I have heard of this one.
Yeah, so it's basically a parody of Scientology and Christianity, kind of a mix of like dumb UFO conspiracies and things like that. They say that their founder, J.R. Bob Dobbs, who's like this character, like this 50s looking salesman smoking a pipe, that he was approached by Jehovah One to get people to join this religion and be subservient. And so he rebelled. So now the thing is to like, kind of, this is a very brief statement of it, but basically like kind of it's anti-consumerism. It's like their big thing is slacks. You just gotta be slack. You just gotta be chill. And don't worry about all this bullshit. I like how they have devivals, so like the opposite of revivals.
Actually, you know what? I had heard about this. Someone at my work actually told me.
Oh, really?
About this. That's where I knew this from. Yeah. The more you were describing it, I'm like, okay, I know what this is from there.
Yeah.
Which is quite interesting.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. Yeah. Jehovah One intended Dobbs to lead a powerful conspiracy and brainwash individuals to make them work for a living. Dobbs refused. Instead, he infiltrated the group and organized a counter movement. Church leaders teach that he was a very intelligent child and grew older. The studies several religious traditions. But so basically, it's against working for a living and and just kind of makes fun of conspiracy theories and religion and in general. It looks like a lot of fun.
Nice.
They believe that to repent is to slack off.
I mean, I guess I've been doing a lot of repenting in my life.
Yeah, especially over this last year, I've been doing a lot of repenting.
That's true. I did a lot of repenting today, actually. Nice. Now that I think about it, yeah, it's been great. Actually, I feel like my soul has been saved.
To tell you, so the other day, because I've been, it's been a busy couple of weeks for me, and then so Monday, I'm like, you know what? Tomorrow, I have a video scheduled to release tomorrow morning. So that's all done. I'm just going to take Tuesday and just relax.
Yeah.
And then around like 4, I slipped and fell in the kitchen. It was like in pain the entire
I saw your post on Facebook.
Yeah, and I'm still a little bit in pain, but not as bad. But I was like, oh, okay, this is cool.
Oh, jeez.
But so I thought that was
fun. I saw your thing about Jagger getting scared and running away.
He just stared at me, and then I like get up, and he just runs away for an hour, or like hides under the bed.
Also, my sister posts a lot of like Humane Society posts, and there was another cat called Jagger, and I'm like, well, Trevor should get it, and then he can have 2 Jaggers, double Jagger.
Was it as cute?
It was a little kitten, a little fluffy kitten. It was pretty cute. I can't quantify kitty to kitty because that's it's just not fair.
Yeah, it's true. Another church is the Church of Google.
Okay.
So the Church of Google, I'm going to read from their website here.
Is this the website Google or just like the number?
No, it's about the website. We at the Church of Google believe that the search engine Google is the closest humankind has ever come to directly experience an actual God, as typically defined. We believe there is much more evidence in favor of Google's divinity than there is for the divinity of another more traditional gods. We reject supernatural gods on the notion that they are not scientifically proven. Thus, Googleists believe Google should rightfully be given the title of God, as she exhibits a great many of the characteristics traditionally associated with such deities in a scientifically provable manner.
All right, so it feels like this one's not just a parody on the religion itself, but on the amount of power that we give to these giant tech companies too.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's a double whammy.
Double whammy.
1-2 punch. we're punching up in two ways.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, I do kind of agree. I use Google all the time.
It's true.
Great.
Do you want?
Even though they are our evil overlords.
They are. Yeah. Do you want to hear their 10 commandments?
Yeah, let's hear them.
Thou shalt have no other search engine before me, neither Yahoo, nor Lyco, Salta Vista, nor Metacrawler. Thou shalt worship only me and come to Google only for answers. Thou shalt not build thine own commercial free search engine, for I am a jealous engine, bringing lawsuits and plagues against the father of the children unto the third and fourth generation. Thou shalt not use Google as a verb to mean the use of any lesser search engine. Thou shalt remember each passing day and use it at thy time as opportunity to gain knowledge of the unknown. Thou shalt honor thy fellow humans regardless of gender, sexual orientation, or race, for each has invaluable experience and knowledge to contribute towards humankind. That's just nice. Thou shalt not misspell whilst praying to me. Thou shalt not hotlink. Thou shalt not plagiarize or take undue credit for others' works. Thou shalt not use reciprocal links nor link farms, for I am a vengeful but fair engine and will diminish thy page rank. The Google dance shall cometh. And thou shalt not manipulate search results. Search engine optimization is but the work of Microsoft. So yeah,
I mean, I can get behind those tenets.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And especially since that's one of our things is that we're not experts, we just Google. So we're kind of part of this church in a way.
I would say that's who that is who I guess pray to the most. I'm always going to Google asking for answers, and it often gives me answers.
It's true.
It's helped me find what I need many a time. True. I don't know. Its track record's really kind of beating out this all these other ones.
It's answered me more than if I've prayed to God. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like most things have.
Mm-hmm.
If that's your criteria.
True. Yeah. This glass of water at least, helps me quench my thirst.
Yeah. It hydrates you. Oh, an ice cube.
Yeah. Put an ice cube in there, make it all chilled.
Not bad.
And then it clinks on the mic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it
sounds
classy.
Like I'm enjoying a nice scotch.
Highball of something.
Last but not least, although we'll talk about a couple kind of parody religions, but Pastafarianism, or the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, started in 2005. I didn't realize, I thought it was older than that, but it makes sense.
No, I remember because I was in high school when I first heard about it, and I think that was around when it was just starting. So that makes sense. I was thinking maybe like 2006 or 7.
Yeah. So a guy named Bobby Henderson in 2005 was protesting a Kansas State Board of Education decision to permit intelligent design. So yeah, they were teaching intelligent design in school, and he wrote a letter saying that he believed that the flying spaghetti monster was the creator of the universe, and the fact that they're not also teaching that is against his religious freedom. They didn't respond, so he posted a letter online, and then it started getting more traction, and yeah, kind of took off from there. Yeah, he was 24 years old at the time. He was going to Oregon State University, and he thought this would help out, the kids not to be taught dumb shit.
I feel like it was a valiant effort, but I don't know if it's worked.
Yeah, I think it's helped draw attention to it, but yeah, many
for sure.
schools still teach.
It also just feels like a lot of those people who are trying to push for that have really just kind of doubled down. Especially in the last 10 years.
Yeah, it's gross. And we got to stop it.
For sure.
He said, I don't have a problem with religion. What I have a problem with is religion imposing as science. If there is a God and he's intelligent, then I would guess he has a sense of humor. That's according to, it's according to Bobby Henderson. But took off from there. And it's been used in a lot of protests, and it's been used for, I think, a lot of good. Some of their quote unquote beliefs. The flying spaghetti monster. The flying spaghetti monster created the universe after drinking heavily, and
I know he touched us with his noodly appendage. I know that.
Afterlife is there's a heaven, and it has a beer volcano and strippers. Pastafarian hell is similar, except that the beer is stale and the strippers have STDs.
Yeah, this was made in
Yep,
2005.
that's not. Yeah, let's.
It's very
I
2005.
saw something on TikTok the other day, and it was somebody responding to somebody else, but the guy said it was basically like shaming women, and the guy's like, "If you women want respect, then stop dressing like sex workers." And I'm thinking, like, first of all, why don't you respect sex workers?
I mean,
they deserve respect.
I mean,
yeah,
they do. But a lot of people don't. They look down on it, right? So that's the first problem.
They fought for ordination rights, so that's pretty cool. So you can be ordained and marry people. And
okay.
And there's a lot of pushback against that, but they're like, well, who are you to say that I believe any less than this other person?
Yeah, I mean, marriage is one of those weird things I find too, like especially like from a religious standpoint. I was talking with someone and they're saying that, yeah, I had to go to the priest and then I had to prove this so we could get a divorce. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, we had to go to the church and we had to like provide all this evidence that the marriage wasn't working or whatever, but to get it annulled, like officially. And I'm just like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just get a divorce? Like who gives a shit? But it was such a bizarre concept to me. Like, if you want to if you're getting a divorce, just get a divorce. Why do you have to go through all these hoops and like prove all this stuff to
I didn't realize. Yeah, that's insane. Because I
think it was Catholic.
Because my church growing up, we had a lot of divorces and stuff, and it was never like. My church was actually pretty good about it, but like I know some churches, they're crazy when it comes to divorce. Like they're just so awful. So a lot of fighting for free speech and anti-creationism kind of thing.
Yeah, which is the things we like.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing too is courtroom prayer, like courthouse prayer, courthouse like imagery. So if you have a 10 Commandments or whatever in the courthouse, then why don't you have a flying spaghetti monster? So they would fight to petition that. Yeah.
That was always one of my favorite it was the Colbert Report bits where they were pushing that in like the early 2000s, and he asked one of the senators who was really pushing for it, he's like, what are the 10 Commandments? And he couldn't name them, yet he was the one trying to get them in every courtroom. It's just like, come on. I mean, at least if you're going to fight for this stuff, you should at least know
exactly
things, right? But it's such a stupid and arbitrary thing, and it has no place in public spaces like that.
Yeah. So overall, those are just some of the parody religions. And then we also have like what I put as kind of parody religions. And one of them was Dudeism.
That's the Big Lebowski one,
That's the Big
right?
Lebowski one.
Yeah. The dude abides, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Drink your white
But it's basically Taoism.
Yeah.
So
right.
It's just a rebranding and a way to like make it funny and cheeky, but there still is traditional religious practices in it. So it's not made to protest anything. It's all about just being, chill. And
so is that like a cultural appropriation then?
Yeah, probably. I don't see why not. But I don't know.
I mean, whatever. I'm just saying, like thinking about it from that lens, I'm just like, okay, well, maybe you could consider it.
I caught up with somebody I went to Bible college with recently, and we were chatting for a bit, and we realized we're very different in very different places. But he's no longer a Christian either, but he's into Taoism and stuff, which has always been one I don't really have a lot of issues with, because it is about being good to people and and has some good philosophies and stuff. So it's like, yeah, that's cool. But I also wonder if he's actually into Dudeism, but he didn't want to say that.
Well, it's something to ask him next time you
yeah. Yeah. And then the other one is the Satanic Temple, and this is a gray area one, because I think the other ones, there is like more humor and tongue-in-cheekness involved, where this one, it's not like they believe in the stuff necessarily, but there is still the idea of Satan being a symbol of like the rebel and stuff like that, and it is more it's, I don't know, do you think it's a parody religion?
I would say, in as much as the other ones are, yes. I don't think it's necessarily trying to be comical like I think a lot of the other ones would be. So I don't know. I don't know. Do you think parody needs to have a humorous bent to it?
No,
Okay.
no, that's true.
Because if that's the case, I would say it is a parody of what religion is, but it's using that.
That's true.
It's using that to show those kind of like hypocrisies
Yeah.
and trying to push for some reasonableness.
That's true. Yeah, and they do some great stuff.
Yeah.
They're so great. And and I think the other reason I was hesitant to call it too is because they do, like, there are a lot of rituals and stuff like that they participate in, but that's still like, yeah. So, but
I mean, I would say yes, it is. But I mean, I don't think they would be offended by that. I think by very virtue of what its belief system is, that I think it's very like, yes, this is a parody religion. This isn't a religion.
Yeah.
It's a, it's trying to be one to show the absurdity of one.
Yeah, that's true. And they're so, like, they got the Baphomet statues when people, try to put up a
weren't they the ones who were going to make abortions part of their religious ceremonies, so that way it was exempt from being banned?
Yeah, so they claim that the body autonomy is an important part of their beliefs and have developed an abortion ritual. They plan to fight the ban on religious freedom grounds, which is great.
Yeah,
like use their fight against them, kind of thing
as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any other thoughts on parody religions?
I think they're doing God's work.
Yeah, they're great. We'll do a full episode on Satanic Temple. Probably, I don't think we'll wait till Halloween. I think we'll just do it at some point.
Yeah,
but
that'd be a good idea. We talk about that a bit more. I think they've all are kind of around the same basic ideas to some degree. Some more effective than others. I think they all have things that I like, things that are a little, questionable, but I think it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's important to have a bit of humor.
Yeah.
So,
and it's like, I love like parody political parties and stuff too.
Yeah.
I think they can be really useful, like the Rhino Party and things like that. And I think, it's a good way to call things out.
Oh, totally. It's a good way to kind of take a look at the absurdity of the system that we're in.
Exactly. Speaking of absurdity, should we go into the Bible study? Thank our patrons.
Let's thank those crazy cats.
Oh my God! Wow! Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey, everybody! Thank you so much for coming to the old Bible study and diving headfirst into the Word today. And it's been an incredible journey diving into the Word and just taking that sweet butterfly kisses. What's that? The breaststroke. We'll go with the breaststroke. And through the Word.
I don't know if we want to be talking about breasts.
That's true. That does cause some people to stumble, and I do apologize for that. We definitely want to be a place that lifts you up, not causes you to have lustful thoughts. So
we don't want to lift you up down there. We want to lift you up in your heart.
Oh, amen. But as we move forward, I think I just have a couple prayers, some thank yous, and so just first of all, I really want to thank Michael and Dessine. I want to thank Rand and Tobias and Ashley. We really appreciate you here, and it just means a lot that you've joined us in our studies.
Yeah, and I actually have a prayer request today for our friend Josh. Just Josh. I'm not going to say which Josh, but it's just Josh. Okay?
Just Josh.
As you know, Josh has been going around just sneezing like crazy lately. And I gotta say, I know it's COVID time and people are very sensitive about it, but I know the reason why he's sneezing so much is because it's getting cold out there and we just turned the heaters on. And I just want to say, Josh, if you could please just get your ducts cleaned. I mean, they call me every other day, asking if I've gotten them cleaned. And you know what? You just got to bite the bullet and do it. Even if you just rent.
Your lungs will thank you. Let's just say that. And I have a quick prayer request as well. While we're on the subject for Mariah. Mariah's been watching a lot of UFO documentaries lately, and they say it's just for entertainment, and that they don't believe that there's a UFO coming to get them. But I've also seen Mariah sitting on top of the roof a lot, and I don't know if that's connected, if they're waiting to be abducted, especially since they're holding up some sort of sign facing the skies. So just keep Mariah in your prayers.
And I have one more for our friend Henrik. I was at the coffee shop the other day on a good Christian date, and Henrik was in front of us, and they paid it forward and paid for our drinks. And while it was a very nice gesture, I just want to say, sometimes you need to check before you start putting out that charity, because I had a gift card I wanted to use. I was hoping to get the points, and I wasn't able to get those points, and because of that, I wasn't able to get the free pastry that I promised. So thank you, Henrik. But next time,
Yeah.
maybe take that charity to church.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wanted to feel like a big shot in front of my date, but now I can't.
Yeah. No,
now I feel like
sorry.
a charity case.
Yeah. She probably walked out on you. Thank you so much for joining our Bible study, and we're going to go right into our Christian rock lyric.
It's time to worship through song.
Can't you see you're not making Christianity better? You're just making rock and roll worse.
All right. So for this one, I thought, you know what? We're talking about parodies of religion. Let's do a religious parody.
Oh, a religious parody.
So
like
this
a
is
parody from a religious person, or a parody of a religious song?
It's a Christian. He was known as the Christian Weird Al.
Oh no.
So Mark Lowry is his name.
I've heard this guy before, I think.
Yeah, he's he has a gospel background. He's written a lot of gospel songs. He's written a lot, and he's been in a lot of like different mostly the Gaithers, is like the Gaither Quartet or whatever, and the Gaither Trio and whatever it is.
Okay.
He's with Bill Gaither, Bill Gaither is one of the biggest, like,
he founded Microsoft.
Yeah. He's one of the biggest, like, Christian, like, Southern gospel, I guess, guys.
Okay.
And he's also written a lot of hymns. And Mark Lowry, do you know the song "Mary Did You Know," that Christmas song?
No.
Oh,
maybe
it's
if
like,
I heard it, I would.
Yeah, it plays on the radio sometimes. Probably more Christian radio than anything, because it's a very Christian Christmas song. But Mark Lowry was one of the guys who co-wrote that song, and but he also is they see him as a goofball.
Okay.
And he's put out some comedy albums and some comedy specials, as well as his gospel stuff.
Comedy specials, huh?
I'm not gonna lie. We had this one VHS, and I still catch myself quoting it sometimes.
Well, we might have to do a watch along on one of those.
Yeah, that'd be fun, actually. So it's probably so cringy.
Oh boy.
And this song is off that video.
Okay.
That we had when I was a kid. It's a parody of a song by an artist named Stephen Curtis Chapman. And he's a Christian artist. And he did a song called "My Place in This World," which I don't know if we've done.
I'm wondering, is it okay for Christians to do parodies of Christian songs?
Yeah, he does parodies of like worship songs too.
Like, I feel like isn't that kind of, a bit of a no-no?
Yeah, because there's a Christian song, "I Surrender All," which is like supposed to be like really somber and like you're like giving your life up to God. And he does a version called "I Could Eat It All," where it's like basically like a Weird Al talking about food, all the foods he could eat.
I mean, that's great, but I mean, it also just feels like, is that okay with you?
Yeah. Well, people got upset when I was in camp because there was a song, "Put your hand in the hand," put your life in the hand, but we changed it to put your hand in, or somebody changed it to put your hand in the fan, and you could lose a finger. And we used to sing that at camp, and somebody got upset with us. But
that's pretty good.
Yeah, but yeah, this song is a parody of "Place in This World." It's called "Face in This World."
Uh-huh.
So yeah, the original song's about looking for your purpose and looking for God's purpose for you in your life, and this song is about looking for a plastic surgeon because your face isn't good. So here we go. My hairline's moving, but I'm standing still. A chin like Leno's, nose big as a hill. A face that's perfect is always in my dreams. Hope they can fix mine without too many seams. That's why I'm looking for a surgeon who'll work overtime to find my face in this world. My face in this world. Not a lot to work with. I need his knife to help me find my face in this world. My face in this world. A million changes. I want Smitty's kind of chin. Smitty. Oh, did I say? No, this isn't Stephen Curtis Chapman. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is Michael W. Smith. So yeah, that's why he says looking for Smitty's chin.
Who's Smitty?
Smitty is Michael W. Smith.
If it makes you feel any better, Trev, none of these names mean anything to me. And it honestly makes no difference who the original song was.
That's
because
true.
One, I don't care. And two, it doesn't affect me in any way. It's not a bad song. I'm sure it'd be
because he goes on to rip all the other Christian artists. Yeah, he's all the girls will love my Stephen Curtis Chapman grin. Give me Carmen's eyebrows, but a bit more overgrown. See, that's a burn on Carmen.
Oh, take that, Carmen.
Yeah.
So this is basically a big diss track then.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I can get behind this.
Yeah,
not bad. Mike Lowry.
Mark Lowry.
Which
isn't that from Bad Boys?
What is?
Isn't that a character's name in Bad Boys?
Could be.
I think Mike Lowry was.
Maybe. Lowry seasoning salt.
Well, thanks everybody. This has been a fun time.
Yeah.
And it's a nice change from talking about creepy people.
Totally. And if you guys have a parody religion that you subscribe to, please let us know. And maybe we'll take a look at them and maybe we'll try it out, see what happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we should start trying out some religions for a week.
Yeah, we'll do a year of...
I don't want to do a year. That's too much.
Okay.
I think I'd have a hard time doing an afternoon of it, so...
Yeah. Well, I can't do any of the bowing ones right now because my knee still hurts from the fall. So
any of the bowing ones.
Well, anyways, folks, you have yourself a great 2 weeks, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you then.
And tell us how it went.
Yeah, tell us how your 2 weeks went.
Work, Sky Moon.
This podcast has been brought to you by the Sonar Network.